Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in, already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Hey, let's go. Ready. Right. 54, south. 21. Right.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ryan on second down. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Falcons send out their punter. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. No, a nifty juke there.
That makes fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Cohen. And he'll get 3 down to the...
Open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This is Cohen. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Dak Prescott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
22. Left. Left. 21. 39. Left. 39. Left.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll have another first down and more. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go. Hey, replay. Hey, replay. 22. 39. Hey, replay. Right. 21. 39.
Now the pitch to Freeman. Escapes the defender. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Right. 21. Left. 22. 22.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really great play defensively. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, gun. Hey, replay. Left. Hey, express. 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that at least. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
20. Back 25. Right. 21. 39.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
21. Hey, express. Hey, south. Gun. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. This is Howard on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, get out. Let's go, 46. We got three. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On third down, it's Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
39. Right. 21. Hey, grip.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And some space here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right. Left. Hey, grip lane. 39. 54 south.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going up top. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. On the handoff, this is Howard. They find some open field here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 75 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 46. 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They try again with Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
21, 22, 54, south, 21, 54, south.
On third down, it's Freeman, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
First down, Prescott. And that's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Bears on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tuesday.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
21, right. Hey, gun.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On third down, it's Freeman. Burst by him near the 35, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now, and this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Left. 21. Right. 22. 21. 39. Left. 39. 54. South. Right.
They'll run it. Freeman. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy's had a monster game on the ground. So if you're going to go for it on fourth and short, it can't be any secret who's going to get the ball. And sure enough, he's going to add to his total here as they pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
22. 39. Right. 21. 21. Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
22. Got it.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
22.
On third down. That's Freeman. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Vic Beasley in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Third and long for Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Tuesday.
On first down, Ryan. Now he's forced out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Tuesday. 21.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Hey, south. Left.
Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain of 39 on third. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Ryan dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.